What's the chatter, everyone? My name's Corman590 and we are back today with another video, Corman's Picks. Yep. Now, I know you already see the thumbnail and you already saw the video. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But if you look here, wait a second. Didn't we already review Chatot? And didn't we already cover on what already can do? I mean, come on. For all the stuff I've mentioned about it and how much I don't shut up about it, I think you guys have heard enough of it. Well, here's what I got to say. I was looking at some of my old videos, and albeit they were very terrible before I had help and quality control, I noticed that I messed up bad on the Chatot video. And you guys know I like Chatot. I don't want to mess up on Chatot. So I'm going to give Chatot another shot in the spotlight, and I'm going to fix some things on what I had last time. Alright. So if you guys don't like that I'm doing Chatot now and that it's a waste of a pick or something else that I could be doing, don't worry, there's another Corman's Picks coming out later today. You guys can check that out too. I'm not going to spoil who it is. It is a subscriber requested Pokemon, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that one. Anyway, we're going to hop straight into what Chatot can do, even though we've already done this before. Man, deja vu, huh? Anyway, 76 on HP, 65 on attack, 45 on defense, 92 on special attack, 42 on special defense, 91 on speed. Like I said last time, this is competitive suicide if you bring it, and everyone is going to think you're a moron and that you should not play competitive anymore. Believe me, I know the experience. Anyway, what you want to do with Chatot, you want to look at its stats, and you can obviously assume it's not a physical attacker or a tank. Far from that. So you can look into its special attack. 92, although it's not what it used to be, it's really good. Like, you can get some work done with that if you just put enough effort into it and know when to attack and all that and set up. So the first set we have right here, we have the Apex. Previously I called it Boom Tot, but now I just like to call it the Apex. I might explain in the video why I call Chatot that later, but we're going to go ahead and just jump into the moveset. Anyway, you want to run Boom Burst, Chatter, Nasty Plot, and Heat Wave. Isn't Boom Burst the strongest normal type move in the game with no drawback next to Explosion? Explosion has 60 more base power than Boom Burst does. That is insane. So that means you can Boom Burst and nothing bad will happen to you. So, in my opinion, one of the strongest normal type moves in the game. Oh no, is that Chatter? You know, that move that has a 100% chance to confuse the target? And Confusion has a 50% chance to hit on every turn. Oh yeah. Yep, Chatot is that Pokemon. That one Pokemon that needs the hacks to work. It may be lucky, but mark my words, this thing can and will get work done if you don't see it coming. It's like Wobbuffet. I mean, one of my friends was telling me, it's like Wobbuffet. You see it coming, you know what it's going to do, but if you don't break through it on that one turn, it's going to hurt very bad. So Chatter's going to be Confusion, Boom Burst is going to be extra damage. Is that Nasty Plot as well? Oh, special attack launching up by 2. So basically, Chatot's special attack 283 to like 486. That is, well, that's stupid. That means Boom Burst now can one-hit KO more than half, if not all of the metagame next to Cresselia, Heatran, and all those other bad boys up there. And you get one of the strongest statuses in the game right next to it. Confusion. 50% chance to activate. I don't know about you, but I definitely don't want to be dealing with Confusion most of my battles. Especially knowing my bad luck with Confusion every single time. I swear I get hit with Confusion. I'm always going to slap myself across the head, and then that's going to cost the game. Now, I love this set. Chatot has proved to be, past Swampert, my favorite Pokemon in the entire game because of how aggressive it came out in my first battle against Rising Tide. I thought that thing was going to do nothing. It's like, what's this stupid Chatot going to do? I mean, come on. It's like 92 special attack and nasty plot and boom burst. That's not going to kill anything. Well, Chatot's confusion hit his Empoleon 4 times, and then his boom burst crippled everything on his team, bringing it down to like 0 hit points. If I would have conserved it a lot better, I definitely would have won that game. But I was like, what just happened? This Pokemon literally just clipped Rising Tide's team in half without even trying. So that's really insane. Now, of course, Chatot isn't the best sweeper. I honestly feel like if you want to go more into the depths of deep sweepers, you could look into the higher tier sweepers, but Chatot's not as a force to be reckoned with. Like, you can't deny Chatot is not a strong sweeper, because what switches into a Nasty Plot Boom Burst? There are very few things that can do that. And then you have that turn where, oh, I can throw in a Ghost type. Now they have to deal with breaking through confusion trying to hit you. So Chatot is really hard to hit. And then on top of that, you can throw a Focus Sash on the stupid thing. Oh man, so that means you're guaranteed 2-hit KO for every single time. Wow. Yeah, so with this set, I've already went over it in the video, but I'm going to go ahead and say it again. This set, nothing survives Boom Burst Chatter. Like, it's so powerful. It's hard to break through. And then you have Heat Wave. The Steel types can't even get past you now, because now you're going to kill them from there. Mega Scizor? Well, I don't even... No! Mega Scizor gets killed by this thing's Heat Wave, even without setting up, because it's a 4x weakness. So, there's some occasions where you don't even have to use Nasty Plot with Chatot. You just have to bring it in or Chatter and Boom Burst and get that kill going. And once it starts rolling, it's hard to stop. So, time for these next two sets. They're not my favorites, but they do work. I have used them before, and the results are very funny when you try and use them. This first set is the Choice Scarf, Modest Nature, 252 in Special Attack, 252 in Speed, as you can see right here over in the stats. You want to run Chatter and Boom Burst. That's all you want to run, because you really don't want to run Scarf Heat Wave. It's not powerful as the other set, because you have your Nasty Plot up, and then you can actually get your momentum sweep going. Because Chatot is a momentum sweeper. Like, the more kills it gets, the more devastating it can become over a period of time. Or vice versa. The less Pokemon on the opponent's team, the more devastating it is in the late game. So it's really good at doing that. So you just want to run Chatter and Boom Burst, Choice Scarf. You could run another item, but I'm going to save that for later when we get to the support. And it appears, if you guys watch Verlicify, on Fan Fridays, there was a Fan Fridays with Chatot 3-0ing a full legendary team. It was this exact set, just spamming Chatter, and it won. It didn't go down. It had like Sticky Web support, and it won that battle just from doing Chatter. And the opponent was just like, I'm just going to Chatter until this thing goes down to put my team in a beneficial factor. That's what Chatot is good at. The fact that it doesn't even need to get kills to be a crucial part to your team, it's great like that. So with that, you can go, okay, it didn't get any kills, but now I can bring in my win condition and force him to switch, or to make him take that risk to where he can stay into that confusion, to where I can set up and win the game right from there. That's what I like about Chatot the most. Not the fact that it's probably one of the most luckiest sweepers ever, or it's one of the most clutch sweepers ever, but the fact that it can just sit there and go like, okay, one of my team members needs support, and I'm going to confuse this Pokemon right here. That way I can get something going. So off of that, Chatot is going to do really good in support. Oh, and speaking of support, we have this set right here. This is like my least favorite set, but it does work too, and it's one of the most annoying things that could lead against you. Unless you like hard countered for it, like Lumberry full bulk, this thing will make your day bad. Tailwind, Taunt, Defog, Chatter, you want to run the same set because you're guaranteed 2-hit KO with those poor defensive stats. And you want to run Focus Sash. Now with this, Tailwind, after Chatot gets a speed boost, it's really hard to stop. Like, the only way you're stopping it there is if you have like a full speed invested, not Sasher, full speed invested Scarfer or you slow it down some way, but then it's really hard to stop. Oh yeah, priority. But then you have taunt, defog, and chatter. I don't know what happened in this metagame, but for some reason everyone is dependent on stealth rocks. It's kind of sad, really. But if you can get around those rocks, they lead with their rock setter. First you taunt them, so when they can't set up any more hazards, and then you can tailwind and defog and spam chatter. So you're faster, and the only way they're going to stop you now is if they bring out their priority Pokemon right there, which will probably be pretty bad. You wouldn't want to waste it right there. Or if they bring out, like I said, the thing that gets rid of Taunt or Tailwind. They need to think very carefully whenever you go up against this team, because this thing, because it can either be the Scarf set, it can be the Apex set, which I feel like I've popularized, or it can be this support set. So yeah, that's about all the sets for Chatot. Now, really good Pokemon. After looking at it, I have no idea why this thing's so low in the tiers. Everyone says it's because of usage, but I really doubt that after just looking at it and hearing why people don't like it. So now we're going to look into a thing that overshadows it, and yes, it is right there. As much as I love my Hoenn Pokemon, and believe me, I do love my Hoenn Pokemon, Gen 3 is my favorite generation. I love like all of the Hoenn Pokemon except for Pelipper. Like, I can't stand Pelipper. Anyway, yep, this thing, Exploud. The reason everyone's going to say Exploud is better is because it has better bulk, if I can even say that. What? 63 on the defense and 73 on the defense? Okay, I can see 104 HP, but you're still a guaranteed 2-hit KO, just like Chatot is with that sash. And Chatot is a stronger Boom Burster, and is going to be a lot faster than you, especially after Nasty Plot sets up. So not only that, you get more coverage than you do, because people aren't normally going to run Specs or Life Orb or something like that. They're probably going to run Life Orb so they have more coverage with moves. But then Exploud suffers from that problem to where his damage, it's just so low, and he gets no setup. The only thing that's boosting his damage is either Choice Specs or Life Orb. Or if they were really running like an interesting set, I guess Expert Belt. Expert's Belt's pretty common now. But even then, Chatot can still do things better than Exploud can. The only reason people say Exploud is better is because you can baton pass into Exploud and then game over. Dude, are you kidding me? If you minimize baton pass into anything, the game's over. Like, if I minimize baton pass into Chatot, and we're not playing by Smogon rules right now, so you're in my domain. If we're playing by just regular standard rules, if you baton minimize into any setup Pokemon, it's in-game. So the argument you're trying to make isn't really valid. It's only valid in Smogon standards. So off of that, Exploud is not better than Chatot. After looking at it poorly, I can't really see the arguments for why it is, other than, oh, but it's more bulky. But it's a guaranteed 2-hit KO every single time. If you're like going up against the common stuff like Talonflame and Heatran and Landorus Therian, you're still a guaranteed 2-hit KO because those guys know what they're doing. They're going to attack you. Oh, ignore that. I got a challenge. It's probably from one of my subscribers. But besides that, we are going to just look into this, and it's like, what do you have that Chatot doesn't? And everyone says, it can hit ghost types with that scrappy ability. Oh, well, Chatot can hit ghost types too, you know. And it gets chatter. So not only are you getting confusion, you're getting extra turns to set up as well. And what ghost types are going to hit you? Mega Sableye? Okay, I'm going to Calm Mind and Dark Pulse up. After Chatot's Nasty Plot goes, Mega Sableye is a guaranteed 2-hit KO, even after Calm Mind boost. I did my calcs before I did this thing. Alright, so off of that, there's really no reason why this thing is better than Chatot. The only argument you could make is it has better bulk. And like I said, even then, still a 2-shot. Also, Chatot has more diversity to it. You can nasty plot, chatter, or you can just run the full offensive set. Now on to the support. Oh, yes. Now, if you remember what I had before, I had Galvantula on my first video. But now, I figured out something better. Stealth Rock. And I just bashed Stealth Rock not too long ago. But you remember how I said how Stealth Rock is becoming a popular thing? Well, it's because it damages Sashers. And that takes away their kill power. Because now they can't live. You have a Sash as well. And then Sticky Web. Like I said before, once Chatot gets that speed advantage, you cannot stop it, no matter how hard you try. Petros, if that's you, I'm in the middle of a video, so hey, that's a shout out to one of my subscribers right there. Anyway, we have just this Sticky Web supporter into Stealth Rocks and Shell Smash and Infestation. Now, that's just another moveset. I don't have any EVs or IVs because, like I said before, whatever fits your team, you're going to have to run it that way. I'm not a guide shower. I don't really show how this Pokemon works. I just show why it's underrated and how it works. I'm not a how to use like Verlisify does. If you guys want to see how Pokemon guides are done, you should really go consider Verlisify. He's really good at them. So, good support, good offense, and you get the best status to boot in the game. Mark my words, and I'm going to place bets right here. Chatot will get an evolution / mega evolution in 7th generation. Because if it does, that's when Sinnoh's coming. Chatot was introduced in Sinnoh region. Oh, wait a second. That means Sinnoh region upgraded some of the evolutions from the past generations. So this remake could possibly introduce evolutions for Chatot. And then Chatot would probably be like UU or something like that and get better stats. But until then, we're going to have to wait. Anyway, guys, that looks like it's about it for the Chatot, the Apex, the sweeper of teams, the one and only, the one who can get crits like every other turn. That looks like it's it for Chatot. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my rant with this Pokemon. I always go on rants on it. We have another Corman's picks coming up today, so if you were bummed I'm doing Chatot again, don't get your pants in a twist. I'm about to do another one. They're probably going to be both going up at the same time. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed my really overdue Corman's picks. There's another one coming up. As always, peace and take care.